Women come disrespected and dishonored into this lifetime. Born into a culture based on the patriarchal law of perfection, we live in a power structure of impossible standards. We can never work hard enough to be free, never able to be good enough, not knowing how to trust ourselves and to embrace our inner core. How do we stop the war with ourselves and regain power in a woman's way? Join me, Audrey Hope, on this next episode of Real Women with my special guest, Becky Loving, for a show called The Feminine Law, the female side of spiritual law. Here we will embrace a counterculture movement, a new way of seeing based on love and support and alignment with the true laws of heaven.
Each of us in this particular time have been given a unique pattern of energy. And when that pattern of energy is indeed aligned with the universe and with the power that the universe can send you, then that light comes into you and your truth is born in that light. Now, truth, of course, is consistent, but truth must be retranslated in every age. And in this particular age, we are being asked to translate truth in our bodies so that we may serve the others who are carrying a similar frequency or who really can understand us when we talk to them. When we are all able to do this, we're able to complete this wonderful jigsaw puzzle that is the earth at this time. And when we are not, because we don't understand that we are here really to be the expression of the truth that has been given to us for this time, then we have great holes in the puzzle, and that's what we're experiencing now.
So when a woman doesn't hold her truth,
yes,
it's dangerous for the whole planet.
It's dangerous for the entire pattern. And certainly it's not difficult to see why. The mother's law is the law of respect for the earth, respect for nurturing, respect for the innate and complex wisdom of the heart. And when you see wars, when you see the shattering of environmental balance, when you see the disrespect for mothering itself, although it's given lip service, when you see that even individuals who may love women do not necessarily respect them, then it is clear that it's time for us to bring that light into our energy, to find that truth that is ours particularly, and to bring it into the world.
So it's an important time for women.
Very important time for women.
Yes.
You may have had in your past experience a professor, and you really like this course, and you're really going to get a lot out of this. And you walk in and you sit down, and he begins. And you're fighting for consciousness, beating yourself up because this is a brilliant man, and you should be there. And you may look around you and see that some people are quite perky about this and just taking notes a mile a minute, and you think, oh no, there's something wrong with me. And then your next class is yet another professor, and you walk in, you're ready to be assaulted by boredom again, and this man is not, or this woman is not. And all of a sudden you feel yourself smiling and you go, oh, and that professor could teach you anything. Yes. And this is an example of why we all must be communicating. We are not all professors for everyone, yes, but for the people that we match, mm-hmm, and whose vibrations are like ours and whose consciousness is like ours, we are essential. Because without that sharing of energy, there is no wisdom to be offered or to be shared.
And how do we know if we're personally on our light path?
Yes.
I mean, we make a lot of mistakes with spirituality. We
yes,
think that because we're spiritual, life will be easier.
Oh,
God
yes,
will. Oh, I'm doing a great thing. God will bring in the money. God. Well, that's very
yes,
dangerous. I mean, I'm one.
Of course,
I've fallen for that.
I believe we've all walked through that at one time, yes, or another. This is a bit linear. And it falls a bit under some of the notions that we have about the patriarchal law. I will do this and this and this and this, and then I will get this and this and this and this. If we have to begin to understand that God works a little past Santa Claus. It's a greater force, a much more powerful, more integrated force than that. And that the purpose is not to get the most toys. The purpose of life here is to find the truth in your heart and to communicate it. And in order to be able to do that more strongly, you certainly will be opposed on your path. If there is a thing that you need, a quality that you need in order to truly interpret your truth, but it's not developed in you, there's not enough strength in it, then that opposition that you encounter on the path is very often to help you strengthen that particular quality. The things that cross the path are teachers, they're strengtheners,
yes.
but they are not judges.
Yes. Yes. And you also say in your book that we need to have respect for what is in our hands. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Surely. Sometimes we feel that we need something greater, that we must set the goal so far and high and shining down the path that we can barely even think of attaining it. Oops. We have a problem there, because what has been given to us is really the only thing we need. I remember doing some counseling once for a very lovely lady, and she came in and she said, it was not you, let's be clear about this. She came in and sat down and she said, I am a great actress. And I said, great, terrific. I'm so delighted that you know what you're here for. So, tell me what you do. Acting classes? No? Okay.
Great.
Community theater? No. Do you have an agent? No. Do you teach? No. And I said, okay, what do you do? I work for the telephone company. Uh-oh. Right. Because even for someone who does not, like myself, who does not know a lot about this, it's clear that she had opportunities in her hands, all kinds of opportunities. This is Los Angeles, not Podunk.
Yes.
And she could have done any of those, and probably a myriad of other things that I don't even know about. But she said, I am this thing, and I will not use what is in my hand to move toward it.
Yes, in the moment, operate from the present.
From now. There is no power in the past. There is no power in the future. And if your energy is going to the past or the future, you are actually robbing yourself of the power of the present. And the present is the only game in town.